state. I longed to find a brighter place, somewhere full of love and grace. I dream of fields with a cool ocean breeze, a home for my own family. When I got my wish, I pinched myself to make sure this home was real. They sent for a boy, but then I was a girl. My dreaming had just let me down again. If I came as a queen with long ebony hair, then maybe they'd feel I was worth it for them. I'm a good worker in spite of my talking. I've longed to belong here for all of my life. Don't send me away without seeing what I see. Everything I touch is full of delights. I'll do my best to not let you down. I can imagine a world full of joy. Just give me your hand and I'll teach you to hope. You'll find that I've something worthwhile. Just let me stay here and I'll love you forever. I promise a life full of smiles. As a gesture of my eternal gratitude for you picking me up, I have prepared a feast.
Well, now, that'll be nice.
Oh, Matthew, the King family reunion was the second most wonderful adventure I've ever had. Every moment verged thrillingly on disaster. Feelings were torn asunder.
And this was wonderful?
Yes, because lives were changed forever, and all with enough tears to flood Avonlea.
Do tell.
Oh, it's a long story.
We've got time. Besides, how often do I get to hear about someone's second most wonderful adventure?
It all started Thursday morning, when I promised to help the Kings with their family reunion. I must admit, I was curious. The King family is ever so large. Uncles, aunts, cousins, nephews, and nieces had come from all over. Hi, Felix.
Hey, Anne.
Imagine, from as far away as Nova Scotia and New York City. I was surprised that the King family asked me to help. But when I saw that even Felicity was in a good mood, I knew that everything would be just splendid.
Oh, Anne, isn't my new dress scrumptious? I want to make a good impression on my cousins.
It's certainly a spectacle.
Oof. Oh, no! My dress!
Sorry.
You did that on purpose! You're trying to ruin the entire reunion.
It was an accident.
That's how it started. It only got worse from there. I saw him trip Felicity. It was an accident, plain and simple.
He's the clumsiest person alive. Be thankful you don't have an irritating little brother.
If I did, I'm sure we'd get along.
That's what you think. I so wanted to impress my cousins, Peter and Penelope, with this dress.
Felix said they're from Nova Scotia.
That's right. La-da-da-dee, da-da-da-da-da-dee. Oh, Anne, you have saved me. Now I'll dazzle my cousins. You wait and see. I have it all planned. You, out of my room.
We're supposed to be at the station.
Thanks to you, we'll be late.
I guess she's still mad at me.
As we approached the station, a surge of excitement passed through me. That day, the 3:15 train could have been called the King Express. It was clearly evident every passenger was a member of the King family. Peter and Penelope were twins, which could have been confusing. But due to my uncanny gift of observation, I had no trouble determining who was who.
These are for you, Penelope, from me and me alone.
Oh, how very kind. Nice.
Anne's a friend. She's helping us.
Yes, Anne's an orphan. She wanted to know what a big family is like.
Felicity,
Well, it's true.
welcome to Avonlea.
Yes. Well, Felix, I'll see them home. You and Anne carry the baggage.
All this?
We've got more important things to do.
You know, I think I'll help out.
Come on, Penelope.
We should help too.
Me? In my new dress?
I don't give two hoots about fancy dresses myself. Hang on, gang. I'll help.
How did that brother of mine do it? Ugh.
After the four of us made short work of the luggage, we did the grand tour of Avonlea.
Moo!
Gussie's not very smart, but she sure is grumpy.
Come on, Gussie. Moo!
Felix, don't make her angry.
Come on, Gussie. Come on. See? It works.
Oh,
I told you to leave her alone.
uh-oh. Gussie's got that look in her eye. Come on.
Uh-oh. Catch.
Nice cow. Whoa!
Run! Over here! Uh-oh! Drop the apple!
Help me! You brat!
Next stop, rafting at Barry's Pond.
No! Father said not to go on the water without an adult nearby.
He'll never know.
That's what you said when you let the chickens out.
And thanks to you, I was grounded for a week.
It's not my fault that you won't listen. Ow!
Let's do something else. I know.
You know?
Come on. Here I come! Oh. Felix, you want to turn?
Nah, straw makes me itch.
That's not the reason.
Don't you dare say anything.
Felix is scared a snake might be in the hay.
Snakes?
Snakes around here are harmless, but he's still scared. Once one slithered into his lunch pail. You should have heard him scream.
I'm not scared now.
Really? Well, then catch this.
Ah, get it off me! Get it off! It's only a rope. Look.
I'll get you for that.
Are family reunions always so nasty? You'd think they'd enjoy the visit.
It can be difficult for a brother and sister to get along.
Now, Matthew, you and I have always gotten along.
You have to admit, Marilla, once in a while we contradict each other.
We do no such thing.
See?
At least you laugh. Felix and Felicity would be throwing things.
I've learned to accept my brother. So he leaves muddy footprints, so he doesn't say 2 words to a stranger. He could be a lot worse.
Sure could. Me, I accept that around here even the dirt has to be clean, and that Marilla's idea of relaxation is peeling potatoes. Watch. She's winding up to contradict me again.
I am not. In fact, you've worked so hard, I think you should relax.
Huh? And I accept that sometimes she's a lot smarter than me. Huh?
Hooray! I won! What a game that was.
Are you sure you didn't move that piece when I wasn't looking?
Certainly not.
Oh. So, did they mend their ways?
Alas, no. The next day led to a disaster of such magnitude that it was unimaginable, even for me.
I'm going as fast as I can! As a young member of the King family, I am proud to have,
Why, that little stinker!
to have so many kings to, emulate.
I bought this paper with my allowance.
Come on, I worked hard on that speech.
And I worked hard for the paper. You can't just take anything you want.
Give me my speech.
You want it? Fine. Here's your speech.
I'll get you.
I wish I were an only child like you.
You don't mean that. I'd give anything for a brother or sister.
You think everything is easy and wonderful and... That beast! My new dress!
Now, Felicity.
Don't get angry.
Uh-oh.
Give it!
Why should I?
Let go! I hate you! I hate you!
Stop it, both of you.
He started it!
She did!
It doesn't matter. Since you can't get along, you will both stay here tomorrow and miss the reunion.
Oh no! How are we going to fix this? I didn't know what to do. Is it really so difficult for brothers and sisters to get along?
Well, now, Peter and Penelope didn't fight.
Precisely. And Matthew, I had to figure out why. I found that when I'm faced with a perplexing problem, imagination is extremely useful. What's that supposed to mean? I wish I had a real family, cousins and uncles and aunts, and most of all, a real brother. And you would all look alike and you'd never fight, and la-di-da-di-da. Why not? I'm allowed to dream. All right, if you wish to dream, let's dream. Dear family member, Anne Shirley kindly requests your attendance at her first ever family reunion. Cousin Anne? I bring you greetings from the East. Howdy, Anne. Pleased to meet you. I'm Uncle Ed from way out west. I'm Aunt Melba from way down south. I'm truly tickled to be here. I came all the way across the sea to bring greetings from the old country. And where are those brothers of mine? Here we are, Anne. Ha. Aha! Woo! Ooh. Now there's enough of us kindred kin to make a baseball team. I've got first base covered, Anne. Try second. Afraid not, little sis. Try third. Nope. How about catcher? This is mine, Annie Banani. Just where do you think I'm going to play? Left field? I've never been so insulted. Further back, Anne! Further! If this is the way I'm going to be treated, well, then I'm just not playing on this team. Well, they're not thinking about my feelings. Phew! It all makes perfect sense now. It does? Yes. When we choose our friends who think like us, it's easy to get along. But families don't choose each other. They have to learn to get along. Well, I'm glad we solved that one. I still have to figure out how to help Felicity and Felix get along. The next morning, I decided to observe you and Marilla. I had to discover how you two were able to get along. I thought she would get angry and tell you to stop. But she didn't. She did other chores rather than disturb you. Later, I heard you arguing about the hedge. You compromised. Rather than argue, you worked it out. When the hedge was finished, then Marilla hung the laundry.
Huh?
From my observations, I learned that you and Marilla respect each other. That's how you get along.
And I learned that you were spying.
It wasn't spying, it was research. Besides, I couldn't spy for very long. I had to find Felicity and Felix. First, I asked Peter and Penelope how they got along. Maybe respect is something only older people have.
I guess it's respect. Peter wouldn't borrow my things without asking. I'm scared of the water. But Penny would never make fun of me or tell anyone unless I told them first.
Don't you ever fight?
Yes. Ouch! Oops. Sorry. But when we're really mad, we leave each other alone. Then we solve it when we're calm.
Maybe we could convince Felicity and Felix to try that.
Except they won't talk to one another.
Well... We want to talk to you.
Sure. But you'll miss your ride if you wait much longer. Oh, brother, here we go.
I'm not staying here.
You both are.
I don't have anything to say.
You have to learn how to get along.
How? I have no privacy, and he's always taking my things.
We're supposed to share. Penelope and I never take each other's things without permission. We even put signs on our doors when we want to be alone.
What?
Whoa! Your turn, Felix. What does Felicity do that upsets you?
I don't do anything wrong.
You make fun of me all the time.
It's funny.
Oh no! Not to me!
You're right. I'm sorry. Wow! Nice catch, Felix.
You too, Felicity.
Wow! Look at that! It took a while, but the fish got caught, and brother and sister were reconciled. I know vanity is unbecoming, but I felt a good sense of accomplishment. Until we saw that everyone else had left for the reunion.
Aww. We'll never catch them.
Thanks to us, you'll miss the reunion.
There's a shortcut through the woods. We could take you.
You're not allowed to go to the reunion.
We won't. We'll take them and walk back. That'll help make up for how rotten we've been.
Great idea. Come on.
We take the left path. It's okay.
Scram, you!
Thanks.
This way.
It wasn't such a long walk thanks to Mr. Gresham, who happened to be passing by.
Hey! Hey! Mr. Gresham! Right here!
Peter, Penelope, thank goodness. We thought you were in the first wagon and nobody knew you were missing until we arrived. And what are you two doing here?
They helped us learn how to get along.
But that's why they missed the wagons.
So we showed them the way. That's all. Have fun.
I caught a fish for you.
Won't you reconsider, Mrs. King? They have turned over a new leaf.
Stop, you two. Have you really mended your ways?
We're trying.
Then you may stay.
And as one of the younger members of the King family, I am proud to have so many relatives that I can look up to. Thanks to all for coming to Avonlea. Oh, and a toast to our friend Anne. Felicity and I wouldn't be here without her help. So we think today Anne should be an honorary king. To Anne.
To Anne!
Aw, shucks.
So in the end, everything worked out.
Whoa, whoa, girl. You're right. That was quite an adventure after all. But I'm curious. You said it was your second most wonderful adventure. What was the first?
Coming to live at Green Gables with you and Marilla, of course. Because I also learned today that it's love that makes a family. Oh, Marilla, I'm so glad to be home.
We're glad you're home too, Anne. We're glad you're home.